Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. He dwells in his city, doeth marvelous things, and saith, Be still, and know that I am God. To the chief musician for the sons of Korah, a song upon Alamoth. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof, Selah. There is a river, the streams thereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge, Selah. Come, behold the works of the Lord, what desolations he hath made in the earth. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow, and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire. Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge, Selah. Now that's an interesting one. I like that. It doesn't matter what happens. God is our God, and he is in charge of everything. He is in control of everything. So, who cares if there's earthquakes? Who cares if there's tidal waves? Who cares whatever disaster may come? We know that God has it all in hand. I like that. But now, before we end this one, we got to tell you, this has a Joseph Smith translation. Joseph Smith translation, what this is an inspired translation or correction of the Bible done by Joseph Smith to restore passages that had been lost over the years. Now, this particular psalm, it's 11 verses long, and Joseph Smith puts in a correction on all but one verse. So I'm going to reread this psalm, but I'm going to read it according to the Joseph Smith translation. God is our refuge and strength, a present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth shall be removed, and though the mountains shall be carried into the midst of the sea, and the waters thereof roar, being troubled, and the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Yet there shall be a river, the stream whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy of the tabernacle of the Most High. For Zion shall come, and God shall be in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her right early. The heathen shall be enraged, and their kingdom shall be moved, and the Lord shall utter his voice, and the earth shall be melted. The Lord of hosts, who shall be with us? The God of Jacob our refuge, Selah. Come, behold the works of the Lord, what desolations he shall make in the earth in the latter days. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow, and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire, and saith unto the nations, Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts shall be with us, the God of Jacob our refuge. Now this, again, Joseph Smith, in his translation, has a knack for taking a psalm that is somewhat general and generic to possibly Jerusalem, but somewhat confusing in its references, and making it a clear declaration of what's going to happen in the last days. I think this is probably the third or fourth psalm that his corrections have made clear that it was written about the last days. I love some of these things. I will say, in verse 4, in the King James, it says, There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God. And Joseph Smith, when I first read that, it reminded me of Ezekiel's prophecy, that when the temple is built in Jerusalem, a river will flow out from under it and heal the Dead Sea. And with the change made in the Joseph Smith translation, it says, "Yet there shall be a river, the stream whereof shall make glad the city of God. For Zion shall come." It's almost exactly the same thing as Ezekiel now. A river shall come out and make glad the city of God, will heal the Dead Sea, and then the return of Zion. This psalm is actually but when we have the correct translation, this is a beautiful psalm. Not that it's a bad psalm in King James, but it's a little confusing. But I love these corrections in the Joseph Smith translation.